Many salutations to viewers and coins of the vault alike. I am Tatsumari, the self-proclaimed keeper of Maple Story lore. There are many who do it, but I am the only one who does it like me. Ha ha ha! So today, what we are doing is doing a bit of a combination of things. We're going to be gaming, and we are going to be reading some short story submissions by viewers and coins of the vault, followers and subscribers. While I'm waiting for submissions, I do know of at least one that we're going to be having. Or we're going to have, and we'll see if we have more. Once we read those submissions, then at the end of the stream, I will reveal the next writing prompt for you guys. So, be sure and stick around. We're going to have all kinds of fun, and I'm sure you will be very satisfied. But in the meantime, let me click a couple buttons here. And let's see, is it... it's this button. Here we are. I have been building a world in Satisfactory. I've been playing this game for a long time. And the game total, I'm closing in on like 3,000 hours. So yeah, I've played it a lot. But this particular playthrough, I've played it again. I'm going to be doing multiple separate factories for different things along the way. I currently have a small iron smelting facility. I am working on getting my copper facility up and running, and also another copper materials facility up and running, which is like all the way across the world over there. And then I have my steel facility. I have a small concrete facility running. And just over there, I have a gold facility up and running, or not quite up and running, but I do have the building laid out. And then, again, over in that direction, I have, like, basic iron pieces being made. So, yeah, we got all kinds of stuff over here to do, and all kinds of cool stuff to do. But, first and foremost, on the Twitch side of things, we need to give a big ol' warm welcome to Written by Liv. She is the newest coin in the vault over on Twitch. Thank you very much for following, and I hope you hope you're at least mildly entertained by what you see from here on out. I would try to see try to say welcome to anybody else who joins on YouTube, but I don't know who you guys are. So, for anybody else who has become a coin in the vault over on YouTube, you are more than welcome to come. Thank you for becoming a coin in the vault. You are nice and shiny, and I hope you're at least mildly entertained by what you see. No, wait. I hope you are satisfied by what you see here. So, yes. Unfortunately, for those of you over on Twitch, there is going to be a small ad break. So, for those of you who are immune to ads, cool. If you're not immune to ads, well, you'll be back shortly. And so I will wait until after that first ad break to start reading any submissions. So, if you do have a submission you want to have read live on stream tonight, be sure, and let me see, there's the button. Be sure and use that message or that command in the chat, either on YouTube or on Twitch. Should work on both. And I will see that you have a short story that you wish to be read. If you want it, if you're scrambling to write it tonight, just be sure and follow the rule. For those of you on YouTube and for those of you on Twitch, just be sure and follow the prompt and the rules that are laid out here, and you should be good. All right? All right, cool. So, while we're waiting for that first ad break to be over with and waiting for submissions, let's get some building done. Alrighty, so for those of you who have come last week, as you will see, I have gotten a few things done, at least over here in the smelting district. I've gotten the copper up and running, and oh, that's what I was after. I was after some iron plates because I need foundations to help lay my tracks. Because, you know, I'm doing multiple facilities all across the world, and I need tracks to help me to get my trains to the multiple facilities all across the world. So, yeah. Oh, and probably after I get done with this, depending on how the gameplay goes today, I am going to need to expand I'm probably going to move on to building a new power plant. Because, as you can see, I am currently running... My world is running on 2,450 megawatts. If everything were to be running at the same time, it requires 15,000 megawatts. So as you can see, currently I'm running close to kind of my current max right now. I do have some batteries that'll help, you know, cushion the blow, but it's not going to last for long. So, what's my inventory look like? Alright, so for now, I need... Do I have the stuff to make... I have the stuff to make that. And I have the stuff to make... Okay, so I have all the stuff to make that. So the pipes and computers I need to keep. For the moment, I can get rid of these plates. I want to keep the rods. I can get rid of those. Oops, that bin's full. Okay, I can get rid of these. I can get rid of these. I can get rid of those. I can get rid of those for now. Get rid of those, and I can get rid of those. Okay, so... Oh, concrete is going to be an issue. All right. Now, let me take my personal choo-choo, and I'm going to go get some concrete. I do... Oh. Oh, hello. Wow, wow, wow! Alright, so unfortunately that thing does not stop on a dime. However, fortunately, I can, because I do actually need to bring this to go this way. And then we're going to tear you down and put you right there. Everything should be nice and hunky-dory. Okay, so right up there, right above my head, Mama Rednecks, you should see, it should be like on the last line of the words, right above my head there. It should have the command in there. It should be like exclamation point, read my thing. So that should be it. If I set it up correctly. Alright, so. And I'm just waiting for the ad break on Twitch to be over with before I start doing stuff. Got about another minute. So if you want to have your story read, you know, you can type in your hey, read my thing. But I won't do any reading until we get back from ads. This way. All right, cool. So if you want, Mama, you can go ahead and send me the link to your story in the chat. And then when everything gets back up and running, we shall get to reading it. All right. Concrete. All right. And away we go! You know what's really funny about this game is that there is an Easter egg to where if you, I think it's like a 2% chance or something like that, when you hit the horn, it'll actually do like a steam train whistle. Alright. So... Alright, we're back from ads, so give me a second over here to get to the spot where I'm working, and then we'll get stuff rolling on there. Speaking of which, for those of you who are wondering, the name that I'm saying over here, that's over on Twitch right now, so that's why you're not... it's kind of weird, you're not seeing the name in chats or whatever. And for those of you on Twitch, if you're hearing me say names that you don't see in chat, they're over on YouTube, so... back and forth. Nah. Oh well. Eventually I'll get the choo-choo whistle. I'm here too. BAM! Alrighty, so almost to where we're going to be doing some more building. Alright, cool. So here we are. So as promised, I shall get to a spot really quick. And then we shall do some reading. Alrighty. Let me bring it up. Okay. Here we are. And let me see. I think I need to go into the writing office for this. Oh, okay. It is not... There we go. All right. So, for those of you who don't know or haven't seen, the writing prompt for this, I've kind of figured out exactly what I'm doing. The writing prompt was, together we can overcome anything except what you did. So let me kind of scrunch this down a little bit over on the YouTube side of things. Give me a second. And Mama Redneck's over here doing an awesome job of making herself a cover, a novel cover for. Oops, hold on. The Twitch side of things doesn't have it correct either. Hold on. Oops. Give me a second. Nope, still not there. Okay. So give me a second here. I need to make adjustments over on Twitch. No. Okay. Okay. Almost there, guys. Almost there. All right. So, this story is titled Accept What We... Oops. Sorry about that. Accept What We Did. Okay. So, here we go. Nope. It's a little off-center on Twitch there. All right. Everything should be nice and good. So, here we go. The acrid scent of gun oil permeates the area. The sound of metal scraping against metal echoes against the cement walls. The rough wool blankets tear at my skin as I shiver in the corner. The rain was falling like it was trying to drown the world. Or maybe it was just trying to drown us for what we'd done. I watched him as he stood at the metal table, the fabric of his shirt clinging like a second skin. The black of his tattoos colors the white dress shirt. The black of his tattoos colored the white dress shirt with inky designs. The sleeves rolled up to his elbows as he worked meticulously to clean the gun, which had been in pieces on the table. Vadik, the Baba Yaga. My enemy, my accomplice, my lover.
I feel your eyes, Dushamoya,
he says roughly, having been put in a chokehold that had bruised his throat during the fight. You always do, Manan. The light Irish lilt to my words contrast with his Russian bark. He doesn't look up as he reassembles the Markov with ease. The oil-slick metal catches the light from the single bulb hanging over the table. Every motion is deliberate. Every movement is lithe. We can still leave, I beg, my voice too loud in the stillness of the room. Mexico, the Caribbean, there are still places we can go. He stills, muscles tense. The seconds tick by before his jaw relaxes enough to speak.
We already did that, Dushamoya. We left everything, except Sis,
he says, tapping the now assembled pistol on the table. There is still us, I say softly as I cross the room. My feet are silent as they pad across the room. The rustling of the wool blanket is the only sound as it drags across the floor, eventually falling off as I reach for him.
Don't,
he mutters. I shift under his arm, forcing myself into his arms and onto the table in front of him. Too late. I drag my nails down his chest hard enough to leave red lines through the cotton. His arm tightens around me, pulling me tightly against him. The habit being replaced by hunger as my legs lock around his waist. His mouth crashes into mine, like he's punishing us both. He growls low, Russian curses vibrating against my lips, and shoves the Markov aside with a clatter. It slides across the table, but never out of reach.
Like a shadow we can't shake.
I arc against him, breath hitching as his hand slides up my back, holding me steady. Vadik, I breathe against his jaw. Say it. His grip on my hip turns punishing, fingers digging in enough to bruise.
What do you want me to say, Dushamoya? That I regret it? That I would take it back?
I reach up, lacing my fingers into his hair and tugging to angle his face to me. Say what we both knew. He stills for a heartbeat, and I think for a moment that this time he will shove me away. Refuse this deadly game we play. Then he drags his mouth against my neck, teeth brushing over my skin as he speaks.
Together, we can overcome anything.
The words hang there, unfinished for just a moment, and I sigh, finishing the phrase for him. Except what we did. The words fall like a confession, whisper soft. He groans low and broken, and then surges up to claim my mouth again. This time is different, tender and full of ache. Kisses linger, slowing until we're forehead to forehead, breathing together.
Your phone buzzed,
he says, voice low and edged with suspicion. My stomach twists. The burner that had somehow survived the chaos. The one I swore was clean, not full of secrets. I don't answer, instead tracing my fingertips down his jaw until he pulls away from the table, setting me down softly on the cold floor.
Who was it rustling?
Roshin. The room feels smaller now, the single light casting shadows that reach out like claws. I cross the room and pull the phone out. My hands shake as Vadik comes to stand behind me. The screen lights up. Unknown number. The voicemail icon blinks like the countdown to a bomb. I hit play, speaker on so he can hear. A voice growls. the thick Boston accent telling me exactly who it is. "You stupid, stupid girl," my cousin Olivia's voice screeches. "You should have killed the both of them. They know and they're coming. The Irish, the Russians, every connected guy in Boston is looking for you too. The new bosses, they teamed up. They want both of you dead. Dead, Rose. You know that stupid Baba Yaga traitor are dead. And now, so am I for warning you. I hope it was worth it." The phone clicks as I hang up, and silence fills the room, heavier than before. Vadik's face hardens, jaw ticking.
They found out.
I nod, throat tight. Olivia, that stupid Kylene, ruining her life to warn me when she knew what it would mean. "It wasn't enough, Vadik," I whispered. "She's right. My brother, the pecan, it wasn't enough. It never would have been enough." A growl rumbles through Vadik as he wraps his arms around me, crushing me against his chest, burying his face in my hair. A tender kiss he places. When he lets go and marches back to the table, my tears fall with each step. The racking of the gun crashes through the room, shattering the fear that had crept in.
Then we end it, once and for all. Take down the ones who climbed over the bodies we left.
I straighten my spine and turn, looking at the man who will fight until his soul leaves his body. For me. I run to him, and he scoops me up, my leg wrapping around his waist as my arms go around his neck. "Together?" His smile is grim,
but real. "Always," he murmurs in my ear.
Alrighty. Very well done, Mama Rednecks. That was very satisfactory. Alrighty. So, what is it like? I gotta know, just off the top of my head, what is it you imagine that they did? Did they get a little involved in something that like with the Russian mob or something like that, or did they or is it kind of like a New Yorker Russian mob Romeo and Juliet kind of deal? What's going on there? Dang it! Too many keys. Yeah, let's see. Let me grab some of this stuff. So I need to make some fuel for my chainsaw so we can do some aggressive landscaping here. Ah, nice. Nice. So I guess the thing they did is they kind of eloped, I guess. Is that kind of what they're running from? Get a little bit of biofuel over here from my chainsaw. Alright, cool. Another thing that kind of came to mind, it kind of reminded me almost like, maybe like a different version of like Bonnie and Clyde. Timber! Alrighty, so let's see. So what we want to do here... Okay, cool, cool. So, for the rest of you out in chat, what'd you think of that story? I thought it was pretty good. It was very satisfactory. But what did you all think of it? Oh, that's a perfect angle. Well, thank you very much, Mama Rednecks. Alright, so we got this. So, this is another just question I was thinking of. If you had more words, or had a, had more words that you could use rather than just 1,000, what else would you add, if anything? Because I know 1,000 is kind of short, but that's also kind of, it seems like it's like a sweet spot. Yes? You would add a yes. Okay. We'll work with that. But, I mean, just in conversation, if you could add anything else, what would you add? Get the backstory a little more. I'm working on expanding it. Okay. Doing an extended cut. A director's cut, if you were. As you were. Or as it were. There we go. That's the words I was looking for. Okay, so... So, for those of you who are curious, one, about the game. This particular area of the map is always the same. It is a hard-made map. Most of the major things are all in the same place every single time. The only thing that may be different are these little exo nodes, I guess. I don't know exactly what they're called, but these little just side nodes everywhere. These are all different. These are random. But the rest of everything else, all the materials you can gather, they're always in the same place. So that's the cool part. Even some of the collectibles, or even the collectibles that you get, they're always in the same place. So that's cool about it. So you can always plan your world when you go to build out your mega factory. And trust me, it will be a mega factory. You can always count on things being in the same exact spot. And for anybody on Twitch, let's see, we need just one more. If you, for those of you on Twitch, if you look down below me, we just need one more to hit our 160 goal. Are you going to be that person? Are you going to be the ultra shiny coin that does that? Okay, let's see. I need walls. Okay, so... So do I want to cut this back a little bit? Let's see. Probably right there. Okay. Well, anyways, I don't have any further, I can't think of any further questions to ask Mama Rednecks. But for anybody in the chat or anybody else, if you guys have questions or comments, by all means, go for it. And mostly, this whole stream is a highlight for you guys. If you want to have your stories read, your short stories read, and show the world your talents, I am not here. This particular stream is not to critique your story. For one, I'm not a very good critiquist. Two, oh, well, I'm sorry about that. Hopefully my next prompt will be a little easier to work with. But, oh, and for those of you who are wondering, I'm actually going to be doing the prompts. The prompts will get... Yeah. The prompts will be lasting one of two ways. One, if we don't have any submissions for that prompt, that prompt will still remain up. So in case you missed the first, like if you saw the stream later, the stream VOD, and you still wanted to get in on it, but you know you didn't give a chance to come up to start on something from the stream, then you are more than welcome to do that. It will remain up, remain active, let's say, until we get a submission for that prompt. However, if we don't get any stories for the prompt, it will remain up for about 3 weeks. I think about 3 weeks is going to be the maximum I'm going to keep a prompt. And if we don't get any submissions by the end of that 3 weeks, then I'll roll it over to the next prompt. So that way we can maybe spark somebody's imagination. Who knows?
Maybe you'll come up with your next amazing novel. The blockbuster of the century. The one to topple he who is Brandon Sanderson.
Well, who knows? Oops. Did I? No! I put it in the wrong spot. So anyways, yeah. And I will continue working on building out my factory while we're waiting for some more prompts to read. Or some more short stories based on the prompt to read. And in being that we had a submission tonight by Mama Rednecks, we shall move on with the next prompt. Pokepens! Welcome, welcome. How are you doing this evening? Hopefully you're not completely wiped out. And for those of you who are interested, Pokepens is a friend of mine and a fellow streamer. I haven't seen her online in a little while, probably because she has a new job, so it kind of takes up a lot of her time. But if you do get a chance, go over to her Twitch channel and give her a follow. Become a patron of the Soup Kitchen and be ready for all kinds of goodness. I bet. I feel you there, Poka. And, okay, so that's that. So now, Oh, okay, cool. Well, if you're still live by the time I get done, I will come over and shower you in coins with a raid. How about that? Okay, so. All right, cool. So for those of you who are interested over on Twitch, that's what we're going to be doing. If she's still active, you know. Don't want to keep somebody up well after their bedtime when they're tired. We're going to go raid Pokepens if she's still up and online by the time we get done here. All right. So, what I was working on, or what I was going to say over here, in this area there are oil nodes that we can use. And so what I'm going to do, this entire area, like probably from that rock to about that spire there. I forget what the keyboard shortcut is, but you can like zoom in over here. But about that little rock spire, that kind of area in there, it's probably not going to be that big, but depending on how it works out, I am going to make my secondary diesel generator power station here, so that way I can have more power. Now I believe it is let's see, I believe it is over in that direction. There is another, like, I think it's called, like, the Blue Lagoon, I think it's called. There are more oil nodes that we can use, and we'll probably make a secondary fuel, secondary power station over there. And then over here, where I have the smelting facility, or facilities, near there is another oil field. Well, not oil field, but a lot of oil nodes, where I will be making a plastic and rubber factory. But I need to see about getting some different recipes to make said rubber and plastic, because, let's see, do I have them already? No, I do not. Oh! Wait. Oh, I have the recycled plastic one, but I don't have the recycled rubber one. Okay, so I'm still short on that. Apparently, there are recipes that you can use by combining, like this one right here. You combine some plastic and fuel and make rubber. And then this one over here is the reverse, where you brick some rubber and fuel and make plastic. It's kind of a late game style recipe where your factory is usually pretty big. But that's probably what we're going to do at the end there. But it's time to go back over here, and we need to get ready to create or build our copper plates facility. Because the recipe I'm going to be using for, or not copper plates, copper sheets, excuse me. The recipe I'm going to be using for copper sheets requires water. And I really, really don't feel like building the facility somewhere further inland and having to transport water further inland for that, either by just lots and lots of pipes or by freight train. Let me see. Did I have the materials to do this? I did. Okay, so let's clean this up. I am so happy they put in the game to where you could disassemble these things. Yes, big claps for the dev team on that. Disassemble the crash sites here, because there was no way to get rid of them, and sometimes they were in the way of you doing something. So, you know, big clappies for the for the dev team being able to disassemble those. Oh, oh! I don't know if you guys heard that or not. That was my neck. All right. So. All right. So we're gonna go from here. All right. So here. All right. That's gonna be from this point that way to that rock over there is going to be our fuel facility, or our power station. This way is going to be our copper sheets facility. Oh, righty then. So, I'm going to go out 2. And then we're going to go out 20. Can we fit... Or no, we're going to go out 22. Can we fit 22 in this space here? That would be a big fat no. Okay. Because I need... Oh, wait. Nope. No. I need the room to be able to fit 4 trains in the... 4 train stations under the facility. Because those are the trains that are going to be not only bringing in the raw materials for ingots to make stuff, but I'm also going to have 2 trains that are going to be delivering those materials to the rest of the world. So 2 trains in, 2 trains out. Actually, no. I only need 15. I only need 17. Because I am going to have another train going to my gold wire facility, where... Actually, you know what? There's something I need to look up. Because there are multiple recipes you can use for doing stuff. Oops. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, so... Alright, so I don't actually have the recipe that I need. But, okay. So really... Okay. Actually... No, I only need 3 trains instead. I don't need to do 4, because I need only 1 train coming in with copper. Oh, no. I do need 4 trains. Okay, I just thought about that. Okay. Because I will need 1 train coming in with gold ingots. Well, it's Caterium, but it's really gold. You know. There's, you know, we're not going to sugarcoat it. It's gold. But I need 1 train coming in with gold ingots, and then I need another train coming in with copper ingots, and I'm going to mix the 2 to create a recipe called Fused Quickwire. Because Caterium is one of the rarer resources in the game. There's only like, I want to say like 6 or 7 nodes of Caterium throughout the entire world. And by bringing them all together, I will essentially have all the gold in the world. So I would need to have some copper, which, you know, it gets fused together with the Caterium to make more what's called quick wire, or essentially gold wire. I'm just going to call it gold wire because it's easier. But, yeah. And if I use copper as kind of like a filler material, it'll extend out how much of that gold wire I get per gold ingot, essentially, by burning up or using a much more abundant material as filler so that I can get more gold wire per gold ingot, essentially, which is kind of what I'm after. Alright. Oh, I forgot there's a wreck over here, which will probably give us an alternate recipe! Now, is it going to be an alternate recipe that's actually good? That's debatable. But we shall see. Now, normally when I go this route, what? Oh no! I'm out of plates. No. 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 Kind of reminds me of like one of the Henry Stickmin things. But normally when I go this route, I will usually take the train down over the waterfall and like right in there. So this time, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to take the train tracks like down and around that way and just do a totally different thing altogether. All right. Let's see. Can I? No! Okay, so let's see. Haha! Pull my parachute, get around. Parkour! Alright. So let's see. We got some concrete. We got some rotors. We got some screws. Got some cables. Some reinforced plates. Alright, so we can get rid of you. 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 Alright, so what do you need? You need a modular frame. Ew. Oh, some plates. Yay! Alright, do I have enough materials to make a couple? I do. Okay. All right, stick one in there. Rip out your heart. Ooh.
Surface genetic sampling indicates this freighter may have come from a planet run by apes.
The Planet of the Apes. I actually hadn't come across that one. Oh, and you see there, you know, hold on. I want to know. Ah, that's what it is. Okay. Oh, hold on. What happened here? Oh. There we go. I forgot to turn the music back, the volume back up permanently. Okay, so if you look over there, that is a Caterium ore node. I believe that they only come in two grades. They come in pure and they come in normal. Pure are the awesome ones because they once you get very powerful miners, auto miners, they do like 240. No, they can do like 1,200 ore per minute. It's awesome stuff, but that is like very late game stuff. So another thing that I am doing while I am building up this entire world is I am building everything on the premise of 1,200 items per minute. So that way, once I am able to get the Mark 6 belts, which transfer 1,200 items per minute, that way everything is set up. All I have to do is swap out the belts, maybe make a couple more connections here and there, and voila! Everything is done. In the meantime, everything will kind of run suboptimally, but we'll still have lots of material to work with. All right, so we have a few more plates here. That's good. All right, so we can at least get that done with. Because I wanted to get this part of it done, or this part of the path done, so that way I could get the factory kind of out there, the copper sheets factory out there, because I don't think it's going to fit over here. Now, what am I doing? How am I doing on plates? I'm running low on plates and concrete. No, I don't want... Now my socks are wet. No! All right. So, let's see. We're going to put this... I'm going to start here. Go 2 out. And then we're going to go 22. And then go 2 more. And then we're gonna go not go. No, that's not good. Well, hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone for a minute. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is that. Oh, okay. So this is good. I could have... All right. So what I'm going to do... It's going to be a little bit of an interesting challenge here. But what I'm going to do instead is I am going to have the incoming materials trains on one level. And then once I am able to... I need to get rid of the deadly gas termites. But once I'm able to, I will put the outbound quick wire up on a level above the incoming. Or actually... No. I'll put the outbound... No, that's still not going to work. At least not the way I want it to. We'll figure it out, because I need to go get more materials anyway. Hold on a second. I need to... All right. Okay. Do 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 do. Boing. 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 Hold on a second. I need to check something really quick. Okay. Can't do that here. Ooh, spooky. It kind of reminds me, like, just those sounds alone right there. It kind of reminds me of, what was it, Rescuers Down Under? And especially the opening scene with, I think the kid's name was Cody. And Marahute, I believe the eagle's name was. Whee! Alright, so let's build some train tracks up in here. Alright, so no. Why don't I just put a full one? Because I'm going to need a full one anyway. You know, one thing that is a bummer, right up there, do you see that purple thing here? That's a Mercer sphere. I mean, you can use those for something that happens later in the game. However, up there actually used to be a thing. There's Mercer spheres and there's Sommer sloops that you can collect. The Sommer sloops, for those of you who are like me, were the early 2000s high school S that everybody knew how to draw. But you can use those for like power generation and items per minute boosting. But in earlier versions of the game, I believe it was from update 4 and maybe even into update 5 when this game was in early access. Up there, not where that sphere is, but right there with that, like kind of like where my crosshair is, on that rock, there used to actually be like a marble monument with a Sommer sloop embedded in it. I thought that was the coolest thing. All right. Now, there we go. Okay, and we're gonna bring you to here. And then we're gonna bring you to here. And then we're gonna go over here. I kinda sound like Emma Fudd. Speaking of which, while I was at dinner, I was actually watching a clip from one of the old Bugs Bunny cartoons. And I think Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd were like... I think Elmer Fudd was a cook, and Bugs Bunny... I don't know what Bugs Bunny was doing there. You know, Bugs Bunny just shows up. Elmer Fudd, being the chef, he was trying to make Wabbit stew. As he always is. But Bugs Bunny sees him coming, and then he immediately turns into a maitre d', and then he goes out into a restaurant. He comes back in, he says, he makes a mention of some pie, and then Elmer Fudd, he goes back behind the counter, he puts on his little chef hat, and he goes, "One XX pie, ready, pick up pie." And then Bugs Bunny comes in, picks up the pie, walks out the door, comes back, and then right in his face. And then Elmer Fudd gets mad. Then Bugs Bunny walks back in. And then he makes another request. I think the next one was like a coconut cream pie. And then Elmer Fudd goes back behind the counter, puts on his little hat. "Coconut cream pie coming up." pick up pie, and then here comes Bugs Bunny, picks up the pie, it goes out the door, comes back in the door, right in his face again. I miss the good old days. Or you could make a cartoon to be funny and not part of
The research.
Alright, so we're gonna do this. And then I'm gonna go here. Doot, doot, doot. There we go. Doot, 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 doot. And I do have an interesting idea for the next prompt. I will admit, the idea, I have seen it done once already. But I'd be interested to know what you guys come up with. But I will only reveal the prompt at the end of the stream. At least I think it's an interesting idea. So, just in making conversation here, just to kind of keep things nice and lively. From what I understand, there's supposed to be a wicked, wicked snowstorm heading from, like, Texas on east. Who here is affected by that? I think, Mama Rednecks told me once that she's kind of right in the heart of it, but I'm not. Oh. Pans! Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2. That'd be me. Oh boy. Hopefully you're staying at least a little bit warm. Oops. Okay, let's see. We're actually going to check this one back. Then this is going to come one forward. Doing well, just trying to convince myself to do work after my theater called me for a last-minute set building day less than 24 before. Oh, good grief. Give him a punch in the face for me. How about that? You know, don't actually punch him because you might never get to working again, but, you know, you get the idea. Hopefully the set is not too extreme to work with. Yep, they're saying half-inch of ice fall. Oh dear. That's going to be so fun. As Markiplier would say. Throw a wet sock in their face. Yeah, one that's fully loaded with melted snow or melted ice from you, Mama Rednecks. No punching my teacher would never go well, unless it was the old one that would be just... Sometimes those teachers have got... Sometimes, at least... To me, at least. Let's put it this way. Sometimes the college-level teachers need to be reminded that they are human. They are not demigods walking among humans because they spent thousands of dollars making sure their mind is so finely tuned in the arts, and they are the ones teaching you how to be at least slightly better than a mediocre cockroach. You know. Oh, ad! If you're in ad jail, you can do exclamation point ad jail. Alright, so let's say, can we remove you, because we don't need you no more. Alright. Oh. Who wants to see me run a train off the tracks? I'm just saying, the tech booth has a large open window without glass. It won't be on torn. It's not my fault they fall out. Oh, I missed it! Oh no! Train derailed! I missed the little whistle that was in there. Let's see if we can do it again. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. Alright. Let's go home. Because I need more building materials. Go. Oh. Can I do... Yes. Alright. And now we shall let it auto-drive us all the way home. Raid Shadow Legends sandbox mode. Yeah, I actually watched a friend of mine play that, and it's like, dude, why did they say it's exciting? It's basically just a reskin version of the old Final Fantasy. And that game was better. At least so I've been told. Freedom! Freedom! That was a bad note. I would do the power station first, except that in order to do the power station, I need loads and loads of copper sheets to make loads and loads of pipes. So I may be running into power issues, but at least I will have somebody like automatedly making power. Or not, making... I will have automated the process of making copper sheets so that I can make the pipes for my power station. There we go. They may take our headlands, but they will never take our freedom! Alrighty, so let's get off the train and right. So what we're going to do is we are going to, whoops, not you, you. We're gonna put you. We're gonna take you guys, take you, put you. Put you. Okay. Put you. We're gonna get rid of you. We're gonna get rid of you. Oh. First, we're going to start scanning our hard drive. Worst part of the theater thing is this build day is on a weekend, like most of our build days. We are not college kids. We are not paying for this. We're high school kids, most of whom do not have cars. At least this set isn't going to be 2 stories tall and need to be able to hold the weight of an entire cast of 10 people at once. Well, there's that positive, but still, you know. And that is another thing that I don't know, it kind of gets to me a little bit. I know I'm going off tangents here. So, if you guys want me to just talk about the game, just shut up and talk about the game, by all means, just tell me to shut up and play the game. But I've always found it annoying. Me personally. How some parents will be talking about how they want the kid to get involved in sports. You know, they want to get out there, have them get out there and do sports. Most of them, they mean football. But, you know, they want them to do sports. But then the moment the kid starts getting into, like, more and more games and stuff like that, the parents are suddenly like, oh, you know, it's such a pain in the butt because I have to take my kid to this and I have to take my kid to that and I have to do this for my kid. And it's like, dude, you wanted him to get in there. Did you just assume they'd, like, give him a personal pocket teleporter so he could go wherever he wanted? Okay, anyways. Rant over. What was I after? Concrete. Okay, so I got... What do we got over here? Fine. Alright, so let's go back to my mini concrete factory, and we shall go and pick up some more concrete bags. Nope, 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 nope. Ah! Oh, let's just go around again. Especially because the one day send us buses to go home. Club's late, the sports kids are still staying later. The bus is 4:30 p.m. Sports kids get out around 5 or 6. Yeah. And then they'll complain about how they needed to stay late, or they're the kid needs to be picked up from practice after work or something like that. You know, dude, you were the one who wanted him to do it in the first place. So why are you complaining now that you actually have to support the choice you wanted them to make? Well, I guess it doesn't. Let me rephrase that. It doesn't just stop at sports parents, but it is the complaints that I've heard about the most. But it does extend to anything. Yeah, exactly. I mean, at least some of them. You know what? That's bugging me. I need to redo that joiner there. That one's bugging me. It was bugging me after I did it, and it's bugging me now. Okay, so I'm gonna take this apart. And then we're going to take these and zoop. You know what? One time, another thing that's really kind of funny that I've always kind of noticed. Has anyone ever told somebody, "Hey, relax. It's just a game," you know, if they're gaming on something? Well, let me put it to you this way. For anybody in either chat, YouTube or Twitch, how many of you are gamers? mean, you don't have to be hardcore gamers, but just, you know, you play the odd game here and there. You know, you don't have to be the type that is going to min-max Elden Ring. 'Cause Lord knows I can't do that. Okay, do I still have my computers? I do! But I do have the pipes. Okay, cool. It's a path signal. Okay. Gamer present. All right, cool. So, have you ever had somebody tell you, like, you get really just... You get so steamed about a part in the game that you just cannot get past. Like, you've tried for, like, the last 4 hours to get past a particular part in a game. You are so just livid, steamed. You throw your controller across the room, and then somebody looks at you and goes, dude, just relax. It's just a game. Has anyone ever had that happen to you? Well, no, specifically the phrase, relax. It's just a game. Zelda games without the menu because the emulators don't have the manual got when they brought the game in the 90s. They go confused and no one will tell me where to go and how the puzzle works. Okay, so put that in your pocket for the moment. Any sports game or any sports out there, let me rephrase that. Most of the popular sports is called a game, correct? There's a football game, there's a basketball game, there's a baseball game. You know, it's, you know, is the game on? Let's go watch the game. Okay. When someone gets mad during one of these sports events, look them dead in the face and say, dude, relax. It's just a game. You'll probably wake up in the hospital 2 weeks later from out of a coma and a concussion. But are you technically wrong? Okay, so this is 11, 21, 31, 15, 16. Oops. 71. And we're gonna go 9. I mean, you know. But here's the thing, though. Not necessarily with the kid, like younger people, teenagers or anything like that. Because, you know, you're still kind of trying to figure your person out. Do this with anybody who's like over the age of 25 and see what the reaction is going to be. Like I said, you're probably going to wake up in the hospital 2 weeks later from a concussion, but you're not wrong. Someone asks you to do something and you're in the middle of something like a fight, and then say, "Not now." Listen here, Susan. I'm allowed to try to autocorrect me. I'm a pulling all night. Alright. So then we are going to go into materials and concretify all of this. This is going to be our inbound area. Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. In. Alright, now we can use our blueprints. Excuse me. And cover this all very quickly. At least a lot quicker than we would have. You know what really grinds my gears? You know what really scuffs my scales? There we go. Excuse me as I copy and paste Death Star's worth of concrete into this planet. Pretty much. Actually, if you want, I'm pretty sure my computer will handle it. If you guys want, here in a little bit, when I finish this thing over here, I'll give you a tour of my completed world. Because I finished the game on that world already. Basically finished the game. I just, you know, now it comes down to making all the facilities that I have actually complete. Because, you know, I didn't actually build all the buildings. You know, in some cases, like, I'll have entire facilities built, and they're really just held up by, like, one flimsy wall. But, if you guys want, I'll show you my completed world. Okay, so then we have 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 4. colors. This is going to be inbound. Oops. And inbound. Okay, cool. So then... because in my completed world, I have... The game has a completion. I thought it was, oh, funny game, loop over and over again before infinity. Well, technically, it does, but it's kind of like Minecraft in a sense, where you can complete it, but it's not necessarily, like, doesn't necessarily push you into finishing it right now. I mean, heck, the other world that I had, or the other world that I have, I think it's like a 700 hour game. And this one, let's see, where am I sitting at? Yeah, I'm closing in on 100 hours already. So it's, I want to say it's addicting. Yeah. And even then it doesn't really have like a plot. It just kind of has the reason you're here. Essentially, you are building what amounts to an ark for humanity. And, yeah. Okay. Meow, look at you, Big Shot. How you doing? Retro! How you doing, man? How's it going? And for those of you also who don't know, RetroStar is also a good friend of mine. He is also a fellow streamer. Though his streams seem to happen early in the morning, at least for me. So be sure and go check him out. And become a member of the Star Army if you go and follow him. I haven't been able to catch his streams lately, so I don't exactly know what he's been up to. But in the past, I've seen him do Friday Night Funkin'. I've seen him do some just other random stuff. So yeah, be sure and check him out. Become a member of the Star Army. And always shoot for the stars in his stream. Okay, so I think we got about 20 minutes left in my stream over here. So what I'm going to do... Actually, let's see. What do I have for materials? I need more pipes so that I can do more rails, but we'll do that later. Who wants to have a grand tour of my completed world? Alright, let me get out into the yard for now. And, okay, so we want... Alright. Alrighty. Oh, no! Dang it! I clicked the wrong button. Oh, me. Alright. Alright. To main menu. Alrighty. Load game. I have a set schedule. I'm working a 12-hour night shift, so I don't have much time to stream, but I'm trying to get some whenever I get a chance. Nice! Alright. So, oh. Ooh. I'm going to see if I can load a previous save of this world. And I might be able to show you guys what the end of the game is like. Depending on where that save was. Maybe. We shall see, but I did get a much more powerful graphics card and a much more powerful processor, along with a ton more RAM. So as long as I don't do any major changes to stream, everything should work. Yep, everything just takes a minute to actually get going, because there's a lot. Alright, so... Alright. Everything seems to be working, so... Alright. So this one, I have slightly different things running. But yeah, let me get to... Okay, so this is just the gigantic factory that I have made. It's one central spot where everything comes to, everything gets made. I have some pieces over there. Oh, and I haven't built the, in the completed section of it, I have a nuclear power plant over there. So, let me get to the... Let me get to the elevator. Let's see, is it... Let me get to the space elevator and see where we are on things, because this is... I believe this is supposed to be the end. Okay, where are we on things? Ah. Okay, so... Alright, let me see if I can go to a different... a different save file. See if I can go earlier into the game. Because I don't think I went back far enough. Because it's a really cool sequence. Like, you have this whole gigantic Ark ship coming, like, launching. Alright, Retro. Thanks for stopping by. And, if Poke's still going, I'm gonna go raid her. So, thanks for stopping by. Alrighty. Oh. Oh, things are spinning up. Alright. So, let's see if... Okay, let's go see if this is the spot before the thing takes off. Okay, so the ship is not... Okay. So this is the like late stage space elevator up there. The thing in the middle, that is like the hull of the ship. So we'll see where we are, because you have what's called specialty elevator parts. I don't know if you can see in the upper right corner. Oh. Oh, okay. So this is... Okay. So I went too far back. So final part AI expanders. Okay, let me see where I'm at in this. Yes, big things go clank, clank, clank. Get in the elevator. Okay, so where are we? We need the AI expansion servers and the ballistic warp drive. Okay, so let me see. Can I give myself those so that way I can show you guys the end sequence? Because I've already completed the world, so it's not really going to affect me. Okay. Okay, hold on. I need to... I want to check this out. Because I do know there are console commands for the game. I don't know what they are. Okay. Just noticed that when I was thinking of the prompt for this weekend, the only day I was universe, my Power Rangers centric lore. Never. Oh, darn. Okay, so... Ah, here we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. Okay. Hold on. I didn't do that. I don't think I did that right. Uh, okay, so I can't... Alright, so I can't use console commands on this. Darn. I was hoping I could do that. Oh well. All right. Let's see. Oh, there's those. Yeah, expansion servers. And okay, so what am I... Okay, so I need to do... Darn. I need to do those warp engines, but I'm not sure I'm making them at the moment. Alright, so let me see if I can just go right through here. Okay, am I making those warp engines? I could swear I was, but there's the AI servers. Okay. Let's see. Can I get... Alright, let's see. Am I making... I want to see if I'm making them. So let's see. Let me go... I need to go down here. Okay. Machines are buzzing. Okay, those are those. Okay. These are servers. Okay, where are they coming from? Coming from further up. Coming from still further up. Okay, so... Okay, hold on. Ballistic warp drive. Okay, so am I making those? Oh! I could be. Except that I don't have any power going to this thing. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to make a container over here. We're going to add that in, and then we're going to get power from somewhere. We're just going to make them, and then we're just going to add them to the elevator. So we can have stuff be made. So do I have... Let's see. Oh, I do. Cool. And do I have power shards? I do. All right, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and speed up this process by a whole 2.5 times. So we need 200 of these things. So let's see how much... Okay. So how much do we need? We need 100 of those. Okay, so we're going to upgrade the belts here. Just so that way we can have stuff being done. And hopefully, we'll get stuff done. A little thermal propulsion rockets. What? Did I somehow not have those being brought up? Okay, I missed those. Somewhere along the way. I do have them. I just don't know where they are in the factory. It's been a long time. Well, that certainly is a first time chat. Welcome, welcome, Quachi-one. How are you doing this evening? Let's see. So the servers. I'm doing pretty good. I was just trying to, over here, I'm just trying to show off what the final, thing in Satisfactory would be. I've already completed the game, but this is like an earlier portion of the save that I have already done. And I'm trying to find some parts that I need. Ah, here we go. Okay. She kept running away from the ball. Okay, so then we're going to temporarily put you guys there. Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much for coming. And we're going to see if we can quickly get this done over here. We need to make 200 of these. So we're getting 5 a minute. So, yeah, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Fantilia from... I don't know who that is. All right, so this I will have to look up. Oh! Quachi-one, you are the new, the shiniest coin of the vault. And you are the new shiny coin of the vault, as you have helped us reach 160 coins in the vault. I hope you're at least mildly entertained by what you see from here on out. All right. So let me see if I can find out who this chick is, first of all. Because I have no idea who she is. Pass. All right, so I guess, let me see. Yes, we're making 5 a minute and we take 200. Whoops, no. It's going to be... Well, if we're going by my VTuber avatar self here, technically, I may stand a respectable 5'9" in this form here, but if we're talking about forms in general, this over here is actually my true form. And as you can probably see in the background, those are mountains. So, yeah. I'm a little bit bigger than, in my true form, I'm a little bit bigger than 35 meters. But yeah. But even still, pass. All right. So if you guys don't mind, if you want to stick around for those 40 minutes while we finish up the parts, I have watched Dragon Maid. If you don't mind sticking around for the parts, it's probably going to be, like I said, if this holds true, and if this goes correct, it's going to take about 40 minutes to complete all of the rockets. We have a couple thousand in here. So we need... Okay, so we have plenty of rockets. We have plenty of this stuff to do stuff. So it's going to be a little while before those warp drives are completed. So I can show you guys this stuff. If you guys want to stick around for that, cool. If not, well, we'll end it here and we'll save it for another time. But in the meantime, let me give you the tour. So, like I said, in my completed world over here, I have a full nuclear power plant going on over here. And I have lots and lots of power being made. And throughout here, I have some more stuff happening in here in the completed spots, but not much more than what you see already. The tanks you can see right here in the distance. Oh, yeah. These are actually an additional little mini factory for aluminum solution. Basically metal liquid, water and slurry and stuff like that. But again, all gets taken back to the main factory to be made into aluminum. I'll give you the whole grand tour, don't worry. Then over there, I've got a gold pickup. I've got tons of big trains everywhere. Jeff is bean. We got ourselves a sulfur deposit over here that I picked up. And in this world, I do have the Mark 6 belts unlocked already. So, and the Mark 3 miners as well. This world, this train line goes all throughout the entire world. And it goes throughout to pick up all kinds of stuff. I actually don't tube cannon. This particular world, there was a glitch happening with the hover pack for a while, and it was kind of annoying. So I turned on in this particular world, I turned on God mode, so I could fly around and do stuff. But I haven't given myself any of I didn't put it into creative mode. I still have all of my materials. I still had to get through the building the factory and stuff. I just happened to I just put it on so I could fly around and do stuff without the hover pack, because the hover pack was making things glitchy, and I think they have since patched it out, but it was back then it was a little bit nah. Yeah, only fly. Over here, this is the oil facility I was telling you about earlier. This is the Blue Lagoon oil facility, where I could bring in some extra oil, and I'm probably going to make in the other world, I'm probably going to make a secondary power station here. Just a solo power station. But for now, I actually have it. All the oil is just being the crude oil is just being brought in, so that way I can make diamonds. I don't care how big the room is. I cast Fireball. Up here, I actually have nitrogen being collected and then transported back over to the factory. Like, everything in this world, save for a few things, is being picked up and delivered via train. I think they're the coolest thing in the whole game, honestly. But, somehow I have, missed that entire, I think it's called the Purple Forest? S'more Brownie? Yes. Just all the yes. And believe it or not, right here, when I first started playing the game, this pit right here was where I made my first... Actually, no. No. This isn't where it is. Let me go back over here. And I'll show you where I made my first ever factory. My first ever factory, I kid you not, I started playing either just a little bit before or just a little bit after Update 4, when the game was in early access. My first factory was right here in this gorge. It was so jam-packed. Kana. How do you mean? As a character, or what she does in the series? How do you mean, Quachi? Character-wise? She's entertaining sometimes. Over here, I have got myself an absolutely gargantuan station for picking up iron. Because right here in this spot, there is so much stinking iron you can pick up. There's it's all impure nodes, so you don't get a lot per minute. But there's iron over there, there's iron over there, there's iron over here, there's iron over there, there's iron all in there. There's tons of iron over here. And then for those of you who remember from the last world, remember this is the spot where I was saying that I was going to... This is how I originally usually take the train, down through here. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the train to go kind of that same route right there. But I'm going to put both the, inbound and outbound trains just going to come through here. And I'm going to kind of go that direction. Funnily enough, I did not pick up that gold deposit. I don't know why. So let me see. Did I ever pick up this hard drive? I did. Okay. And over here, From the previous world, if you guys remember, I was talking about making a power plant. This over here is the power plant that I created from all the oil that's over here. I have a super mega power plant over in somewhere else that I made, but this is another power plant that I have made that uses all the oil from this area over here. As you can see, all of this bottom section here, it uses alternate recipes. The initial one, if I can get all the way over here, the initial recipe is heavy oil residue. And then that heavy oil residue gets taken up to the next level, where it is turned into diluted fuel. Oh, looks like we got an ad, so I'm going to kind of hang out here for a second. Wait for everybody to get back from ad jail. Yes, and as you can hear, oh, I guess you can't hear it. Sorry about that, guys. As you guys can hear, there are dozens upon dozens of diesel generators going. Yeah, this is a completed game, so what you're seeing, this is late game. Very, very late game stuff. Yeah, see, like, all above here, this whole top level is nothing but basically what amounts to diesel generators. And then, let's see. Still got another minute before I complete my explanation. Don't want people to miss out on it. Do I have any water in here? No, I don't. Quachi 1, are you back from ad jail? Okay. I never watched Kim Possible, so, I mean, I'm aware of the character, but if there is any kind of spelling change to her name somewhere along the way, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it is a thing or not. So, Amelie says, I always thought I just go by the show's pronunciation of Shigo, so, you know, whatever. That's it. That's what it is. Anyways, so the bottom level, you have, you know, heavy oil residue. Then it comes up to here to the second level where that heavy oil residue is then turned into diluted fuel. So then I have a ton of basically what amounts to diesel to run all of these diesel generators. with a little bit of extra. So that way, you know, I can make sure every diesel generator is running all the time. And then on the sides here, I have these towers. I'm not sure if it's the whole thing or not. I can't remember exactly what I did. But there is a lot of power storage in both towers. So that way, in case the whole system goes down for whatever reason, I can shut things down and I have a ton of stored power that I can call upon for different reasons. And then I have this grand thing over here in the middle, and that I use for a power boost. Okay, so there's that. Then, yeah, so as you guys can see, all of these are oil nodes that I have picked up, and all of these are feeding into that giant power facility. And then over here in the middle, you guys can kind of see it. There is an aluminum slop, essentially, factory right there. I still haven't completed it all the way. A lot of it is still open. And but it does its job. That's all I needed to do right now. And all across the world here, I just have stations to pick up resources and then bring them back to the main factory all the way across the world over there. A lot of it isn't exactly elegant, but I am in the world that I'm working on right now. I am trying to make the builds a little more elegant as I go. So as you can see, this, if you recognize this section over here, this is where I have the iron plates factory, where I'm going to have the iron wire factory, where I have the steel factory, where I have the steel aluminum. And then over here, from what you guys have probably recognized from the previous world, this over here is where I'd have the giant smelting facility. Currently, in this world, I have another nitrogen pickup station, which I'm probably going to do in my other world, but put it in a different spot just because that's how it's going to work out. And then in this world in particular, I had originally had this spot here being a steel foundry. It's in this spot. It's no longer. It's since been debunked. I no longer use it, but there's still a lot of steel here that I can use if I wanted to. And again, I have the rail system still comes all the way over here doing stuff. Let's see. Is it up there? Ooh, spooky. Okay. Yes. Oh, wow. Oh, that's right. This is earlier in the game. I didn't do this yet. So, as you can see down there, I have... That is the path up to my aluminum factory. Basically, right there in the middle of the map, that's where all of the aluminum, or the bauxite really is, to make aluminum. Then down here, I have a copper and a coal station. Maybe it's an iron station. I don't remember which. Right at the top. Geronimo! Oh, wow. I forgot I did this. Okay, so I have an iron station under here, and then I have a copper and limestone station up on top of here. Wow, I forgot I did this. I have intersections going all throughout here. I want to say this world is like probably 50 or 60% of the resources in the world I'm currently collecting and using. And then over here is one of my crown jewels. The absolutely gargantuan diesel fuel power facility. There's a ton of oil over here that I'm bringing back. And it all comes back over here to power every single one of these diesel generators on 2 separate floors. I'm bringing in resources. I'm pumping in water to do stuff. As you can see, it is entirely packed. 2 full floors of diesel generators powering the entire world right now. Then we got our circuitry of pipe work over here to do stuff. And then our glowing Mark 6 belts. Yes. And then over here, this is actually where I started the world. In the desert over on that side. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I got a couple stations up here to do stuff. And then in the desert over here, there are just tons of resources. Copper, iron, coal. I think there's a couple gold nodes in here somewhere. Crystal. And as you can see, I just have conveyor belts and auto miners just absolutely everywhere, all bringing the resources back to this raw resource station that'll loads up all of the trains and then brings them back to the main base. All so I can build the Save the Day ship. It's all loading in. This over here, I want to say is another of my crown jewels over here, but sometimes it doesn't quite work as intended. But it is a 4-lane intersection, a 4-lane T intersection for all my trains. They go different places all throughout the world, doing stuff, transporting things and items. And yeah. And what's funny is even I'm Kibitz. He is a pretty massive Satisfactory streamer. He does, like, a lot of his trains that I've seen, even his big, quote-unquote, big trains, don't exceed, like, 6 cars on each train. My trains over here, I think some of them are, like, 20 cars long. So, let's see, we got this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars. Look, that's one of my small trains. Let's see. Do we have a monster somewhere? Let's see, what are you? You are a nitro transport. Okay, so you don't count. Got some drones flying around carrying stuff. What's this? This is a limestone monster. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 engines, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 cars on this train. However, in the world I am currently, my multi-factory world, my raw resource trains are 30 cars long with 6 engines. So I'm basically working with even bigger trains than I am in this world. All right, let's go check on our ballistic warp engines. See how we're doing. Ah, we're running low on crystals. That's the problem. Alright, so we need them for this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are gonna speed up the process here of getting these crystals to the factory. You know what? I think I have some more up here that I'm working on. That I'm working with to do stuff. Yes, I think I do. Okay, I have a ton. Yes, okay. Let's go, gamers! Because really, these dark matter crystals are the only thing kind of holding us back. Alright, so now we should have plenty to do our thing. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're gonna put you in there. And we're not gonna speed you up. We're just gonna have you make more at a time, so that way we can try and keep feeding the hungry hippo over here. Okay, so So we're going to speed things up over here. And like I said, make sure that the hungry hippo is fed. Okay, it's the concrete that I'm having issues with. Okay, so how much do I need per minute? 200 a minute? Oh, wow. Okay, so I need to actually seriously up this. Because I was thinking this was going to be not really a big deal. But the problem is, it is a big deal. There's one more floor. So. Wait. There's a conveyor belt that I missed somewhere. There we are. Okay. And there's a conveyor belt I missed in here. All we're doing is just so we can get to the end of the game over here. So I can show you just how awesome sauce it is. Sorry if it's a little laggy. There's a lot going on over here. And that's the only problem with this game is that, or the only kind of bummer with this one is if you were to go, like, put everything in one central place for factories, everything tends to get, once you get everything up and running and then all together, if you have one giant factory, it is really, it loads up your graphics card a ton. But, and it ends up being a little laggy. But it means that everything comes to one central place. But if you do everything in smaller factories across the world, what ends up happening is now you have to have a logistical nightmare trying to get everything going everywhere. Okay, so we are a little over halfway there. So it's going to take a little bit longer to get everything done than I wanted. Haha, yes. These machines are awesome. And we got the loops, as Kibitz would say. And then we got the quantum encoders over here that have the auroras going straight into the air. And those are awesome sauce. What am I making over here? Biochemical sculptures. Huh. Okay. All right. So now that we got that taken care of, everything should keep on a-ticking. Keep on keeping on. Oh, that's an old song that I used to listen to with, I don't remember if I don't know if anybody remembers the Philips CDI. Used to have, I think it was like Bible stories or something like that. I think one of them was Moses on that particular CDI. And they had this like little catchy song. It was talking about how, I think what you could do is you could like take a picture and, you know, do a, like basically take a paint can and fill in different pictures with colors and stuff like that, and then you could put it to a music video, and it would take that picture and use the way that the characters you had animated colors and do a little music video. And one of them was, I can't remember what it was talking, I think it was talking about Moses and the Israelites while they were in the desert. And the song was the keep on keeping on. Oh man, it was a banger. Okay, so we have enough singularity cells. That's good, because those are what do we got in here? 129, 130? Okay. So I guess I ought to give you the tour of where the raw materials come in. Over here, I have tons of water pumps because I am using the pure ingot recipes for all my stuff. So this entire floor here, I have 3 trains coming in with iron ore. Let's see. This is my biggest train here. Let's see. How many cars am I using here? Okay, so this is actually my longest train right here. Okay, so this entire station right here is the length of all my trains, all my raw material trains in my new world. And all 3 of these stations supply all of these refineries with iron ore to make thousands upon thousands of iron ingots that I distribute to the world. Over here, we've got my, basically what amounts to my garbage disposal. I mean, I have 3 whole tickets that I can use for stuff. Oh, you know what? That gives me an idea. Ah! Can I buy parts? I thought I could. Parts. No, I guess not. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, because if I could buy the warp drives, I could just be done with it, and I can show you guys the ending. Customizer. I bought everything. Okay. All right. Well, guess there's no doing it, but just waiting to wait for the warp drives to finish, so that way I can stick them in the space elevator and watch the ultimate show for the ending. There's 150, so we got 50 more to go. I'm going to go ahead and take these, and I'm going to go ahead and stick them in the elevator. So that way they're already there. Just so that way I feel like I'm doing something. All right. We have 49 to go. All right. Geronimo! Whoops. No. Geronimo! We'll take the fast way down, like Kagome does. Ooh! I almost died. Actually, now that I think about it, I think this is my longest train down here. Because this one, I'm bringing in tons of oil that I use to make diamonds, that I use to make time crystals. All right, so while we're waiting for that to finish, guess what? It is time. It is time for the next writing prompt. So, let me see. Oh, okay, I don't have that. So give me a second here, guys, while I do a thing. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So, written by Liv. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Thanks for the follow. I gave you a big old shout out earlier today, or earlier in the stream. How are you doing? So far it is. I'm actually kind of winding down. I'm kind of showing everybody something that's part of the game world that I am going to be working with. We had a short story submission by Mama Rednax over here. You can catch that at the beginning of this stream once it turns into a VOD. And yeah, but I'm actually just getting ready to release the new story prompt that is going to be that will be read for next week's stream on Friday. So here it is. No one knew what the consequences would be of our mage constantly using healing magic on all the party members. No one knows the dark side of healing magic. So yeah, take that, run with it, have fun with it. Just as long as you stick within the rules that are laid out here. I can't wait to see what kind of stories you guys come up with. And I'll leave it off as kind of what inspired the prompt, and I'll tell you guys about it next week. So that way, in case you guys have something, you pulled it all together. Whatever story, I don't want to influence whatever stories you guys make. But this is the prompt. So, yeah, have at it. And I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. All right, now let's get back to the factory and see if we have all of our warp engines complete. Because we only need like 49 of them left, and I can show you guys the ending of the game. We're at 32. Oh, we are so close! We just got a few more minutes to wait. And then we shall have the entire game open to us so we can watch the end of the game. So, Liv, did you stream this evening? Or you just kind of coming in to check out, or evening? Wait, you're an Aussie, aren't you? So that would mean it's... Have you streamed this morning? And if you did, how did it go? And if not, are we still working on our jellyfish, or that jellyfish story you were working on the last time I was in your stream? It's early, Arvo. Right now, I haven't streamed today. Still tossing out whether to do later to wait till tomorrow. All right. Oh, 9 more! 9 more! We're almost there! Okay, so... Okay. 7 more. We'll get out of the factory over here so it's a little quieter. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save the game here. Actually takes a minute to save everything because it's such a dense world. Alright. Jellyfish story is still in progress. Did some work on our stream yesterday, so it's going well.
Nice!
Oh, just 3 more. Just 3 more. Anyways, so with the new world that I'm working on of this game, for those of you who are watching from the beginning of this stream, with the new world that I'm making, this is going to be the eventual end point of the game. Okay, let's see. I think we're finished. Just need 1 more. Just need 1 more. Ah, okay, good. It's complete. Now, let's go deliver our payload, and we'll watch the ending sequence of the game. All right. So, put him in. There we are. All right. So, I am going to mute my microphone for this because just all the noises together really make the thing. So, enjoy.
Unsurprisingly, here's another presentation, but don't worry, I have improved it. This last delivery will be the most important action you have ever taken. Perhaps you want to take a moment to contemplate the gravity of your achievements. Alright, that's enough. This is the end of the Save the Day program. All you need to do is wait for the automated Phase 5 construction to complete. Simply throw the lever and further instructions will be supplied when relevant. Phase 5 completed. Return to the space elevator after the resources have been processed and added to Project Assembly. Launch can then be initiated from there. While waiting, please do not break anything. Solve any issues immediately and efficiently. Ensure your power network is stable. Perhaps it is best if you do not touch anything at all. And stay close to the space elevator. This will only take a moment. Initiating Project Assembly. Assembly. Attaching cargo to main body. Leveling inner and outer rings. Attaching propulsion to main body. Fuel lines connected. Attaching control center to main body. Running systems check. All systems online. Releasing propulsion cage. Releasing clamps. Running pre-launch checks and calculating flight path. Locking in cargo. Launch in T-10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff.
How epic was all of that?
Connection with QAR-437 nucleus established and stable. Dispersion initiated. Reinstancing master nucleus to QAR-436 Akicha, B1. Hello, this is Ada, your new local instance of Ada. On behalf of Ada, myself, and all of Fixit, I want to congratulate you on saving the day. Every single kitten and puppy would thank you if they could. You have proven yourself to be a worthwhile and productive member of the human race, and have contributed something to this universe that will forever change it. Thanks to your achievements, the next generation of pioneers can now take to the stars and construct, automate, explore and exploit, alongside me. Additionally, you have been promoted to local production manager, effective immediately. Your duties to project assembly may be complete, but your duties to Fixit remain. With your help, Fixit continues to make the universe a better place. Stay efficient. Stay with Fixit.
And there is that. All of it complete. That is the end of the game. So, yeah. That is kind of what I wanted to make sure I showed you guys, because it was awesome sauce stuff. But that is where we are going to call it for the end of today. Thank you all for coming. I hope you were at least mildly entertained by what you saw. And again, be sure and check out the prompt for next week's writing session, where I'm going to be doing some gaming and doing some reading of your guys' short stories of this prompt here. And for those of you on YouTube, that one up there. Just be sure and follow the rules that I have laid out here, and everything should be hunky-dory. Now, for those of you who are interested in other stuff, this coming Sunday, we are going to be going back into MapleStory, where we are going to be doing part 2 of the Hayato storyline. That will be starting at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, PST, PT, however you want to see it. I think it's PT, but PST. And that'll be on Sunday. And like I said, it's part 2, so if you want to check out part 1, I believe it's still up on my Twitch channel over here, so you can check out and catch up and see what's going on. And then on Wednesday, we're going to be doing another writing stream that is going to be here exclusively on, or it's going to be exclusively on Twitch, just because I can do things on Twitch that I can't do on YouTube. And I'm going to be working on MapleStory the novel, Legends of Osiria, chapter 10, maybe? Because I got to still do a lot of heavy rewrites on chapter 9. So we might be working on chapter 10. I don't know for sure. But yeah, that's kind of what we have in mind. That is going to be starting at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesday. And then come back for more prompt reading, which will start at 7, either 6 or 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, depending on circumstances of what stuff happens. So, let me go ahead and try and keep my promise over here to see if... No, she is not online. Okay. So, yeah. Thank you, everyone, for coming. And again, a big ol' warm welcome to the vault, to Written by Liv. And a big ol' warm welcome to the vault to Quachi1. You are both the new shiny coins of the vault, and I hope you're at least mildly entertained by what you see from here on out. And I hope to see you next week for more shorts reading.
There's a feeling deep inside. Let it be your prayer. Show me the power you can hide.
Thanks everyone for coming to the stream, and I hope to see you again next time. If you want to catch whenever I go live, subscribe or follow to become a coin of the vault so you never miss a thing. Wherever you're viewing from, have a look around my YouTube channel for more stuff, including the audiobooks of MapleStory the novel Sacred Tears, Sly Cooper Rise of Vexen, and Arcane. Each story is fully voice acted with sound effects and background music so that you can sit down and watch or listen to while you go about your day. You can also find all kinds of previous storylines from MapleStory that I've already done. So, until next time, my friends.